So how do you feel like you able to spot good actors? Learn that ability.
Well, my hero in filmmaking is Frank Capra.
Oh, yeah,
Most people
amazing.
know him. It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah.
And he came to BYU when I was a student.
Are you serious? Wow.
And he just lit a fire under me, because this was a first person I met who he'd won 3 Oscars and had made these amazingly well accepted, famous films.
Mm-hmm.
And they were films like I would want to make. Good protagonists and good heart and so forth. And anyway, Frank Capra said 80% of directing is casting.
100% it is, yeah.
And so I really have take that to heart, and we spend a lot of time looking. Now here comes creeping in, like always, my little low budget side of everything we talk about.
I think that's the best side.
Which is we don't go SAG. We're not signatory to Screen Actors Guild.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all of the good actors are in SAG. That's where they go. That's how they make a living. I don't disparage that at all. But I, in this area, have been able to just find people who have been more theater or always wanted to act but hadn't had a chance. I don't know.
Also, you get people who aren't even like actors.
Oh, I've
really
quite a few.
Really?
That have hardly done any.
Mm-hmm.
And we run them through the ringer and try to see if that's going to work. And it usually works out. Here's my kind of short answer to that question here is about selecting them.
Mm-hmm.
Is I try to write a part that I think they can pull off.
So you kind of write to the actor.
Yes.
So you're aware of a person, and then
Yes, very much. And especially kids.
Mm-hmm.
I worked on a lot of projects, a lot of commercials where there was a director working with kids, and they'd just be asking them to do things that were so foreign to, I think, that child's nature and his experience, and he just doesn't get it. And so I try to make a lot of especially kids, but all my actors be in an area where they feel comfortable in what I'm asking them to do.
Yeah.
And then they can pull it off and feel good about it.
That's good. You must have a good eye. I mean, to quote Mark Wahlberg, I feel acting is something you can do or you can't. And so to me, like if you're doing it's like if you've watched enough movies and you've just even kind of like just seen acting, like you'll do an audition or whatever. And the people who can do it just stand out so much. It's like a peacock among doves. It's like that big of a difference, but it's super rare. It's a super rare ability. And yeah, so if you clearly have the eye for it, particularly if you're picking people who just didn't even know they had that ability.
Yeah,
right.
A lot of times. And hey, I've had my failures, and here comes my son again too.
Yeah,
because I've sometimes had someone in a part that just, and I know I've got a problem when we're shooting, and I'll try. You know what? Don't say that line. We're throwing that line out. Change that line to this. Instead of a line, do it with a look. I mean, I'm trying all these things from my bag of tricks.
Yeah. The cinematography tricks, right? Yeah.
But still, sometimes it comes through, and then a good editor is able to help. They're never going to make them the greatest actor in the world, but they can improve their performance really big time.
Yeah, of course. And that's the magic of film, of course.
I think every actor that stands up there as receives the Oscar should say, I want to thank the editor
for not picking the dumb parts.
And they never do.
No, it's
I've
all
never
them.
heard them. Well, they'll thank the director and
the
but the editor is the unsung hero of that whole thing.
Of the whole medium even. But that's, and honestly, as there's any actors out there in the audience, I think they don't realize, like if actors are late to set or like unruly or whatever, I don't think they realize how much work has gone to the point where you're actually filming an actor. And if you're casting somebody, you don't like that. There's just no room for games. Like, I mean, I don't know, maybe they hear big actors doing games, but it's just, no, it's so much work to get to that point where you're actually filming somebody. And Just do your part. And again, and also as far as like Frank Capra's comment, I mean, if you have a good actor, it makes the whole shoot go easy. Like they know their lines. Every take is a good take. They're photogenic, whatever. It just, and photogenic isn't necessarily, being Brad Pitt. Humphrey Bogart was photogenic, whatever. Or, there's a lot of ranges. Photogenic is different than beautiful. But again, I think that's something people mix. You can see that when new directors, when they do casting, they'll cast someone who's beautiful but not photogenic. They're separate, very much so. And so yeah, picking good people, and if you make the right casting decision, it can make all the difference in your shoot. So yeah, you really get it because you get good actors, and again, in like local independent film, that's a common problem. There's a very common problem. You'll see. I mean, even what is it? Who's Spike Lee? He, in one of his first feature-length films, he says it's just a terrible movie. I mean, he'll say this now, and he's like, and it just totally bombed. It's because I cast the wrong lead actor. It's my fault. I cast her, but it was like it just never worked. The whole shoot, it never worked.
Yeah.
So
that's what'll happen.
Yeah.